Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thank you for watching us tonight. No federal money for the car companies. That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. As stated, the factor is now watching your back when it comes to the economy. Too many Americans are getting hurt because of corporate corruption and government apathy, so we are on the case. Now, today, leaders of the American car companies and the auto union tried once again to convince Congress to lend the industry billions of dollars. Many of these guys flew to Washington aboard private jets. GM has 8 jets in its fleet. Talking Points is not sure that is the correct way to ask for taxpayer money. Now, there is no question the auto company bankruptcies would directly harm millions of Americans, but billions of taxpayer dollars are not going to solve the problem. That's because the U.S. car makers pay higher salaries and benefits than the foreign car companies do, so the American car people can't compete in the global economy. It's as simple as that. The auto union continues to say no givebacks, so the situation will stay dire, loans or no loans. Talking Points wants what's best for the country. So I listened with great interest to Mitt Romney against the bailout and Barney Frank for the loans. First, Governor Romney.
Bankruptcy doesn't mean letting the companies disappear and liquidating them. It means restructuring them, getting out of the costs that you can't handle. And so you're allowed to rewrite contracts, for instance, with the labor unions, making sure that you're competitive with the foreign makers.
Well, it makes sense to me. Here's Congressman Frank.
There was also an assumption that if you did bankruptcy, you could undo labor contracts. Now, the unions, to their credit, have negotiated some concessions. But, you know, we already have too much union busting and too much income inequality for the average worker in this country for us to now say, by the way, if you're a company and you haven't been able to totally get rid of the unions, then go bankrupt and rewrite and write down the contracts.
Now, the key words there are income inequality. Once again, Frank says the Fed should guarantee wages and benefits. That's not capitalism, Congressman. Take a course. Now, I say if the unions won't bend, we won't lend. Get it, Congressman? Your vision of a socialist paradise is wreaking havoc with the American economy. It started with Barney Frank and his gang demanding government mortgage loans for people who can't pay them. Now it's income inequality again. For me, I'd rather have Barney Fife chairing the House Financial Services Committee than Barney Frank. So I'm going with Romney and no loans unless the unions stop strangling the auto companies. Look, the Radio Factor does business with General Motors. It has great technology in the pipeline. It has a great future. I drive a GM car. It's top-notch. But no corporation can compete with the overhead the American car companies have. So a government loan deal is a finger in the dike, not a permanent solution. And it is far too risky for we the people, we the taxpayers. And that's a memo.